Good day, gaming friends of the internet, and welcome to Booghy Plays. Today, choo-choo! The Grand Trunk Journey, or as I like to call it, a train game for non-gaming train lovers. It is I wouldn't call it necessarily a train game. Usually train games are 18xx's and much more complicated game. This is not necessarily a non-complex one or an easier one, but it's not an 18xx or I don't know, Age of Steam or something like this. But it is a train game which I think is going to appeal to a lot more people. This is the thing why I like it, and I would that's why I'm trying to do this playthrough, also because I have received this copy from Spielworks. So let's try to dive in. The Grand Trunk Journey is a game of pick up and deliver and hand management, a little bit of deck building, deck constructing. What do we see here? What we have here, this is the main board. On the main board you will see different cities, Niagara, Kingston, North America and Canada. I hope my geography doesn't let me down. Every city wants some goods to be delivered. The blue iconography, look at the iconography. Blue cubes means iron, white cubes means steel, this green cube means wood. Also, the black cubes means coal. We have the cubes here in the big supply. These say there is a terminal in the city, so we can arrive there with our trains. Practically, you cannot go into a city which is not developed for receiving things, which doesn't have a terminal to pick up the goods. So that's why it's the crane here. The game can be explained thematically. I think pretty good. I think it works thematically. I wouldn't call it the most thematic game, but it can be explained. In the beginning of the game, we have 4 starting cities which are developed, which have terminals, which is the White River Junction, Richmond, Burlington, and Watertown. This is the starting scenario of the game. You can have different scenarios depending on your level of expertise in the game. Also, these ones, of course, there are different from game to game. That this adds to the replayability of the game. These also, you put them in the non-starting cities, and the first one who delivers here in these cities will get some more points. This is the time track. The time is the essential resource of the game, let's call it. Why? Because for everything you do, you're going to spend time. Going from one city to another will make you spend time. Also, this is the trigger for the end of the game. The first person who gets to 36, who spends 36 days to do stuff around, will end the game, and all other players which were in turn will finish their turn. Otherwise, afterwards, everybody counts their points, and the one with the most points is the winner. So this is the victory point track, and this is the wood track. Every time you deliver wood, you get up on this track. At the end of the game, this gives you a number of points per some improvement cards, which are in here, these green ones. Also, we have some some special markers which tells us, these ones, that between some days we can do some special deliveries. Normally, like I said, city can only receive a certain type of good. For example, right now Watertown wants only coal cubes. Well, at some point, no, let's go to Richmond because it's easier. Richmond right now only wants iron cubes. Well, only wants iron. Well, between day 5 and day 8, they will want wood. This is the icons for wood, the color for wood. So even if Richmond now only wants iron, if my marker is going to be from on the day 5, between the day 5 and day 8, I will be able to deliver wood there. Sorry. The first thing which I have to do always is I'm going to try to apologize for my English language. I hope it is okay, and I hope that it will. It's understandable enough. You understand what I'm saying, that you can understand the game. This is the most important thing in the end. And I might at some point over-explain things, but I do hope by doing this you will be able to really understand how the game works. So, like I said, there are, if you look here, there are at some points, at some times, there are markers for one day here at some, but you'll get more points for doing this. Like the bigger the time frame to do the delivery, the special delivery, the bigger the less points it will get you. The smaller the day, for one day, for example, if you're gonna for, I don't know what city is in here, it will be revealed when we're going to hit this one of our markers is going to hit this this point. It's going to be revealed, and we're going to see what city has a special demand for what type of good. And when your marker is on this time, you can deliver there you can do there the special delivery. I hope you can understand what I said. Now, at the beginning of let me finish this. These are the development cards. They are rule breakers. They are very well explained here in this handy dandy player aid. This is, let me say this from the beginning, this is one of the best player aids Spielworxx has made. It is very good. You turn it on the other side, and every card here, it is explained. What does this do? Practically, it transforms your railroad operation differently. The setup is made for 2 players, so for 2 players you're going to you're going to put here 6 cards. For 3 players I think is 9 cards, and for 4 players I think it's 12 cards. It's a different number of cards depending on number of players. Also, they tell you at the beginning of when you read in the rule book, to not use the objective cards. If you have played enough heavy games, you will know how to use these. They are very simple, and the only thing about it is that you have to time it. This is a game about planning and timing. You have to you cannot, the main thing is you cannot hate draft, so you have to take an action at some point which will give you the possibility to take this card in your hand. And if you have delivered more than 3 coal cubes and more than 3 iron cubes, and this always doesn't help putting cubes here. The iconography is made because the game comes with cubes, but this is one of the gripes I have with the game. I usually have with this one. It makes the game a little bit less thematic by not making the right icons. Coal cubes, okay, you can leave it like this, but iron, it could have been drawn a little bit different, and wood also. So if you have delivered at least 3 coal cubes, at least 3 iron, and at least 3 wood, and your locomotive, and I will show you what is at level 3 right now, what that means, you immediately score 5 points. You cannot hate draft, like I said. You cannot at somebody, you see someone is very close to doing this, you will take it and you're gonna say, ha ha ha, you cannot do it because I took it. No, if you have everything here you have in your display all of these, and because when you deliver cubes you put it here in your display, and the locomotive is level 3, you immediately take the action, take the development card and the objective card, and immediately score the number of points. So it's rather simple. I don't see why you shouldn't play from the beginning with these. Like I said, this is a game about timing, and this helps guide you through a strategy. Just a little bit more, and we'll be going to play the game. At the beginning of the game, we have our starting city, our locomotive, which is at level 1. Being at level 1, what this means that you can only carry 1 rail car. This is during the game. If you deliver steel, you'll be able, if you deliver 1 steel, you'll be able to upgrade your locomotive to level 2. That means you get 2 rail cars. Then if you deliver 2 cubes, you're going to be able to go to level 3, and then for 3 cubes you can go to level 4, and that means immediately score 5 points. Also, you can upgrade your engine. By upgrading your engine, you put this one here. You have to deliver 3 cubes, 3 coal cubes to be able to do this. You score 1 point. And during the game, every time you go to a city, from a city to another, you'll be able to spend 1 less time to do that. So it makes the going from one place to another a little bit cheaper. So this is our, let's call locomotive. We also have, we start with 8 cards in our deck. We have the drawing deck. We draw 5 cards. So this is my starting hand of 5 cards. 3, 4. Of course, we all know what our hand is. We got it is it's in our hand. It's not open information, but I have to play the game with one hand, so I'll put it like this for me and for, oh, sorry, I forgot. Hello, Ramon. Ramon is my my gaming partner today. He's so I will be the St. Lawrence and Atlantic Railroad, and he's going to be, I don't have his play rate, so I have to look here. He's going to be the Grand Trunk Railway. These are some scenarios which I'll be talking at the end about. So I have to draw 5 cards for him also. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so we start with 5 cards. We have 3 more cards in here. You mainly know what is your deck. You mainly know. This is a game about knowing what is in your deck, what is in your hand, and what is in your I call it the development deck. All the other cities which have not been developed are in here. The cards are mainly multi-use. So here you have the cities. This tells you which city you will be going. When you use this card, you can use it either for an action and you put it in your discard pile, either you use it for a for going to a city and you put it here. You discard this card, and I'll show you right now when I start playing. You put it here and then you say, ooh, my train is going to Niagara. Choo-choo! And we go. In order to get these cards in your deck, you have to develop cities. And I'll show you how this works. So this is I did a fast overview of the game. Now let's try and play it. I think I have mainly explained everything. So let's try and play it. I will be the first player, and the first thing you have here, the turn sequence, very, very well explained. So this moving the train, pick up and deliver goods. This is the option 1, or option 2 is maintenance, discard and draw cards. Discard and draw cards is very simple. It will cost you 1 day, and you can discard the number of cards in your hand. You put it here in the discard pile. You have to create it at the beginning of the game, and then draw the same number of cards from your deck in your hand. I do not advise you to do this. I advise you to try the best you can with the cards in your hand, and really think of what you have in your deck, what you have in your hand, and what you can do to upgrade. Oh, sorry, I did it wrong. What you have in your development deck to bring up more actions, because this you know what is in. You can always look in order to bring better actions to your deck. More actions to your deck, and it's important to have actions, even if they are costly. Sometimes it is important to do some chain reaction actions. Good. Now, at the beginning of the game, we start in one city, and we have to. I already did the setup. You have to load your rail car with one good which your city is being able to give you, the city you are in. So Burlington can give me, I can load my rail car with wood or coal. So I think I'm going to I don't think I'm going to go for wood. I think I'm going to go for let's see if it works. Go to what? Do I have what? I have Watertown in my, so I can go to Watertown in the next turn. I can deliver the wood, the coal, because it wants coal. Now the starting process, the thinking process starts. And then I think I want to go to White River. Oh no, Richmond. Oh, I have Richmond in here. I have Richmond in here. But I don't know if I can. I'm looking if I'm going to be able to do this. To go to Richmond to do this, the special delivery. To try to time it rightly. To be with my marker in those days. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. So I'm going to do something else. I will just load the coal cube. I'm going to put it here. And he will load wood. In Burlington, he will load wood. And after you set up like this, then you shuffle the rest of your cards, the rest of 8 cards. And you draw 5. Pam, pam, pam. So, I'm the first player, so I will go to Watertown. Now let's create the discard pile. The first thing you do, you move. Every turn. This is move the train to another location. Cost 1 day per rail link plus modifiers. Mandatory. Step 2 is unload goods from the train. This is optional. But I want to do this because, and I'll show you why. I will go to Watertown. Watertown, where is Watertown? I have to put, okay. So I will put Watertown here. This says, like I said, choo-choo, going to Watertown. I came to Watertown. I will deliver, because he wants coal. When I deliver, I put it here in my play area, in my supply, let's call it. Why? Because at the end of the game, every set collection of this delivered, coal, wood, or iron, it will give me 3 points. So I will deliver 1 coal cube. Now, I am looking here in my cards. So I'm looking if I can do something, because I have 3 cards in here. I really want to do an action, you know, and I'm going to put this as an action. This says cards can be played either as locations, which I did with Watertown, or rail cars. You can put it like this, which I didn't do yet, but I have this one, which is a rail card, and I'm going to use it now, I think. Or actions, and actions can be played anytime during a player's turn. So I'm going to do this action right now, which says take 2, spend 2 time. Oh, for going to Watertown, it cost me 1 time. Sorry, this was the first thing which I have to do. It will cost you 1 time per rail. So I went 1 rail, I went here, it cost me 1 time. I'm going to... That Richmond wants wood, but would I be able to do this if I go 1, 2? But I will not be able to take Richmond back. This, if I'm going to use this as an action, usually when you load your rail car, you can only load one coal cube. If you use this as an action, you put it here in your discard pile, you can load two coal cubes. But if I'm going to put it here, and then if I'm going to have it in my discard pile, at the end of the round I will not have it. Oh, but I have the Grand Junction, and I can do it. Yes. I know that in this discard, I have the I think the Grand Trunk Junction. The Grand Trunk Junctions card lets me move to another place. And if I time it, I think I'm going to be able to do this. Yep, I'm going to be able to do it. I am. So I will do this. Should I deliver? Should I? Yeah, I will. But it will be such a big turn. No, I will do it slowly. I will not use this one. I will do this. So I went 1/4. I spent 1/4 going to Watertown. I will spend 1 more for loading twice. The rail car. Here it tells you the steps. It says remove empty rail cars from train. Mandatory if rail cars cannot be loaded with goods in step 5. So the train does not move from one place with another with empty rail cars. That's just logically, thematically, it's a waste of diesel. Why would you go with an empty rail car from one station to another, from one place to another? It's illogical to do this thematically. So you're going to put the rail car here in your discard pile. I'm going to use this one, the wood. I'm going to put it here. I'm showing you how the cards practically work. I'm going to put this and I'm going to use it as an action. I'm going to spend 1 more time, which I already took there. And because 1 for moving, 1 for this action. And I'm left with 2 cards here, which lets me load 2 cubes. And I'm going to load these 2 wood cubes. Why? Because I want to time this Richmond. I want to go there and get those juicy points. And at the end of my turn, I take my hand up till 5. 1, 2, and 3. Which is, I'm looking, Richmond gives me wood. This is good. So this is good. So now I have nothing here in my drawing deck. After in the next round, I'm going to show you what is sort of a normal, sort of a deck builder. No, it has a deck building mechanism, which is I think it works. I really think it works. I wouldn't say is the most thematic thing towards the the game. I mean, what I want to say is, the mechanism, of deck building, I don't know if you can use it thematically, like a worker placement type of mechanism, but it works for the game. It works in this game. It works, and it's a fun mechanism, I want to say. So let's go to his turn. What would he want to do? He would want to go to deliver. Yeah. He will have to go. He'll go to Burlington, I think. So, why does he want to go to Burlington? Mainly because. He'll go. Watertown comes in his discard pile. He goes to Burlington. Going to Burlington, and that costs him 1. No, not to Burlington. No. I want to go somewhere which gives me the White River Junction. Sorry. He goes to White River Junction. Sorry. So he was in Watertown. 1, 2. It cost him 2 time. 1, 2. Then he will deliver the wood cube. He will put it here in his display. That will get him up here, 1 on this track. Now, if he grew, I think he will do. He doesn't have the card. The development. The developments are in here. Well, now what will he do? I think he will take this down, and he's going to load. Put this one here, and he's going to load a steel, an iron. And he's gonna put it here. Also, I think White River Junction. Does he want to keep White River Junction? For later, no. He will want to deliver, and then. Oh yeah, I think it's good. I'm looking now here at his cards. I'm really thinking, what would he like? This game is pretty thinky for yourself. To think for 2 persons, well, that's even harder. But I don't think he can do something else right now. So he will only draw 2 cards. 1. He would have liked this turn, this one. But he got this one. No, not this one. He would have wanted this one. Well, he will make do. He will make do at this point. He will make do. He couldn't do any other thing, no? Maybe he could have gone other way. Don't expect high level play on this one, because it is hard to play for 1 player. Okay, so he did his action. He unloaded this. He loaded the iron cube. Spend the time. Now, always, if he, for example, with all his time spent, he would have been here. Then again, it would have been his turn again. It is that Glenmore mechanism, or how is it called? Kraftwagen. The same thing. The farther back you are, you're going to be the first in the round. So I'm being at the bottom of the stack. It's going to be my turn. Who's up on the stack? It's the last one. If, for example, there are more, the first one here is the last in the turn. So it is my turn now. I hope you can understand. I hope it's easy to understand. I have my. So what will be doing? So I will use, and put it in my discards, the Grand Trunk Junction. What does the Grand Trunk Junction says? The first time when I read it, I read jet, the Grand Trunk Jet, which I find it funny, and I usually say the Grand Trunk Jet. The Grand Trunk Junction it costs you 1 per railway, plus 1 So it is a little bit more costly. I want to go I'm sorry. I want to go to Richmond. And now it costs me 1. You have to always take the shortest route. You cannot take the longer one. You cannot go to Richmond like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I'm in Watertown. I will go either through here. It's 1, 2. Either through here. It's 1, 2. I go to Richmond. That costs me 2 plus 1. Oh, sorry. I don't put it here. This one. And I put it here because I'm going choo-choo. It would cost me plus 1. So it's 2 plus 1 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Which puts me in the window of opportunity. I'm exactly what I want to be, because to be able to deliver this wood to Richmond, because between these days, like I said, Richmond wants wood. And I will deliver... Oh, I did this? Yeah. I will deliver this to coal cubes. I'm going to take this. I put it here in my display. And I'm starting towards this one, which says deliver 10 cubes any color. Have 2 special deliveries and upgrade your locomotive to level 4. So, and I can bag 7 points for this. So I give myself right now options. I can go either for this or either for this. You can somehow time it, plan it to be able to do multiple of 1 or 2 of these in a 2-player game. But you have to like I said, time it, plan it very, very well. So this is what I went to now I'm thinking, if I went there, what would I load? Should I load wood? Oh, because I unloaded this to wood, I go to here. So I grew 2 on this track. This one gives me, let's say maybe go for this strategy for wood. That says I came here, I did the special delivery wood, so now I will load 1 more wood. And because I did that, I think I will do this, which for 2 more time, which is costly. That's life. 1, 2. That will give him more time to do stuff. And then I want to take a development card. So let's see what will make me special. So this one, the roundhouse. The roundhouse says like this. The player discards a card from the hand and draws a new card from their deck. So... No. It is good, but not that good. I'm looking at this one. This one says Rail Equipment Factory. Every time I upgrade my locomotive or I upgrade my engine, it will cost me 0 time. This one looks good. This is also, in more players, this is very good. This says every time someone upgrades a city, you will get a point. This is good. This one says have 6 cards in your hand instead of 5. This one is good also. Ooh, which one? Which one should we take? This one says you can deliver coal to ports, and this gives you more options, because you cannot deliver coal to ports. You can only deliver steel to ports. As here says. Let me think. They're all good. Let's see what the parking spur. I don't think I've used it now up until now. Parking sport. It said the player can place a rail card and reserve on this card. The rail card can come from their hand on their train. When they remove the player spends 1 day to take the rail card and place it on the during step 4, but not back in their hand. This is good also. Decisions. I think I'm gonna go for this one. Having six cards in your hand is always useful. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one, and right now I'm having 2 points. This one without having a card in your display, it's useless. A development card in your display, it's useless. So I have 2 points at the moment, which is not bad. So yeah, let's put the player aid. So the development card is in here. Now I think I've done all my actions. I am pretty far on the time track, so I won't do anything else. I will turn this. I have no more cards in my deck, so I'm going to shuffle this. And I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3. Let's see what I have drawn. Oh yeah, I have Richmond again. Whew. Which is helpful, really helpful. Oh, one thing I should say is that everyone, and I'll say this at the end, if you don't look through all the playthrough, every railroad operation, St. Lawrence and Atlantic or Grand Trunk, or there are 4 in this game, and is different. It is asymmetrical. I mean, we all have the same actions on the cards, but they are, for example, for him, the high capacity rail car action is found on the Niagara card. So it is very important to bring up cards in your deck, and I think he's going to do that now. So let's see where these are. I finished up my turn. Let's see where does he go. I draw 3 because I have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have the 6, and it is good. It is very good to be able to go through the deck faster, like many deck builders. I'm not a big fan of deck builders, but for example, in a game like Great Western Trail, I always enjoy it. So, I love card games. That is true. But I'm not a big fan of deck builders. I don't know why. Now, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this. What would he do? He is in White River Junction. He wants White River Jet. He will have to go to. He wants to deliver this and give up for some steel or some. But he'll go to Burlington. He'll go to Burlington. So White River Jet goes bye-bye. Goes to Junction. Going to Burlington, and he will deliver this. So in Burlington, he'll go once. He'll spend 1 time. He'll deliver this here. And he'll take every time you deliver a iron cube, you put 2 steel cubes here. What happens? At some point there might be 4. In that moment, Burlington doesn't want deliveries there. Why? The city is full of what he asks, what it asks. Think of it thematically. Their steel factories don't need iron anymore. So you cannot deliver there. Oh, whew. I hope, like I said, sometimes I might over-explain it a little bit, but I do hope you understand it. Now, there's only 2. He did this. He went to Burlington. He delivered. Now, he can I think he will do this. He will I think he will take a card also, or I think he will develop. He will develop a city for one more day. For one more day, he's going to develop. And he's going to develop. You don't have to be in that to develop a terminal. You take this, and he wants to develop Niagara. He don't have to be in that place, or you just say, I'm developing, and I'm developing a terminal. My railroad operations is developing a terminal in Niagara. Like I said, the game can be explained thematically. Outside these card mechanisms, which, no, this action selection, in the end, the sort of action selection, the game can be very well explained thematically. So, my railroad operation developed a terminal in Niagara, but by a railroad operation building a terminal in Niagara, we all have access to that terminal in the end. So, in that moment, you look through your undeveloped deck, and he takes Niagara. He can put it either in his discards or on the top of his deck, so he can draw it at the end of the turn. I also take that card, and I have to put it in my discards. In my discards. So I don't have this card. I have it now. This is my deck. I put it in my discard, whatever I do. So he did this, and if he says this is my turn, at the beginning of the next round, he's still first player because I went so far. I'm looking if he sees that, but he has nothing else to do. So he will draw two more, or yeah, he draws two more. Oh yeah, it helps him. It does help him. Oh, I forgot to load here. Where can he load? I think he will load. Go to, yeah. Yeah, he'll go to Watertown with the Grand Junction. Or White River Junction. What can he load? I should have loaded. I think he will load one coal or one coal. Yeah, he will load one coal. And now he gets this, because if he had this one, he could have loaded the steel, but he didn't have this. Well, sometimes this happens, but he has his plans. He's still first player. He's still here. I made a big turn, but I have to sit right now because I've spent so many days. I have to wait for him to spend the same days. So what will he do now? I think he wants to go to... He loaded some coal. So he will go and deliver this coal. So this one, it will go to Watertown. 1 and +1 from the Grand Trunk Junction. Sorry, we put it on the discard. And this one here. It's 2. Yes, 1, 2, and he goes to Watertown. He delivers this coal cube. He delivers this coal cube. Oh yeah, and he's going to end his turn again, I think. He puts it here. He has 3 points right now. 3 points at the end of the game for this set. And I think he will end his turn. Oh, can he do something else? No. No, he cannot. but he can load. He can load. Oh yeah, he will load another steel. See what he does. He will load it here. Now, I'm sorry. Sometimes I might not talk because I try to think what can he do. And he says, "This is my turn," because his discards were off. Oh. Come on, draw one good. No. I'm looking where he can go. I didn't play it smart. I did not play it smart. He will, at this point, do this. So I can show you option 2. Discard a number of cards and replenish the hand limit. So he will discard this one. He will discard. Does he want to? He will want to come here to Burlington. That's where he wants to go. So he knows he has in his deck 4 cards. So he wants to discard as many as possible. He wants to keep Niagara, I think, for later. He will want to come to. So he wants to come to Burlington. Why? Because he wants to load this juicy steel. And I'll show you why he wants to do this. And he wants to keep this and all others 3 he discards and draws 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I didn't play it very smart for him. Oh yeah, he got his Burlington. And he got this default. He wanted this development. So okay, now he has what he needs. But that cost him one day, and he put me on top. Now it's my turn. Let's look what I can do. I have to deliver this wood somewhere, and then I can do another development, and I think I'm going to do that. I'm looking. This is good because I can put it. So practically, what does this do? This one says like this. I will put this here. I will take this and put it here, and I practically park it here, and it stays here. It will not end. It will not end up here if I need to discard my hand. So it will not. I will always have the possibility to use this. Practically, this is the parking spur. And for one day, at some point, I can add it here. So this is it practically gives you options, and I think I'm going to take this parking spur. I can take either that, or do I want to deliver coal to? Do I want to be 0 days for upgrading? No, I don't want to do this. It doesn't suit. I think I'm going to take this. So the first thing which I'm going to do, I'm going to. Where is my upgrade? My upgrade. So I'm going to spend 2. 1, 2. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to. Not now. At some point, I will use it. I don't know which card I want to save. I know which card I want to save. Is it wood or is this? I think I want to save this one, and I'm going to put it here. I have a parking spur. Woohoo! And practically, I have a way of getting rid of some cards. Not necessarily getting rid, but a possibility to use them later. And practically now I have 2 I have 4 points. Now, I want to go somewhere. If I go to Watertown, no, I have to go somewhere which will give me the possibility to wood. So I'm going to use the White River Junction. This one here, this one here. What can I load? Can I load anything in White River Junction? No. Huh. Ha ha ha. Not good. Not good because I cannot load. But, well, that's life. I cannot load. So... Oh. Which way can I go? Which way can I go? No, I'm going to go there. I would have liked to go... Well, so I'm going to White River Junction. It's 1, 2. Go 1, 2. Man! I have to go somewhere. This is mandatory. I have to go somewhere. And I cannot deliver. I'm looking at some ports. In ports, I can only deliver that. So, well. We'll go to Watertown. What Watertown? No. Well, that's life. I'm going to take this wood and deliver it here. I go 6 points. Now, this will hurt me in the next round because I have nothing to deliver. And it will hurt me a little bit because I want to deliver because I want to make sets. So one thing you have to do, if you cannot load, you can move around with your empty locomotive. You cannot move around with an empty locomotive and an empty rail car. You just cannot do that. Oh, so I have to draw 1, 2, and shuffling again. Three. Yeah, but now I have options. Now I do have options. Going to Burlington. Yep. I will go to Burlington and load that. Yeah, I'll show you next turn. Now, this is good. This is good. Well, sometimes you're gonna have to do that. Now, what does he do? He will come to Burlington. Put it here. This one comes here. When he comes to Burlington, he will cost him 1. He will load. He will deliver this. That says 2 more. Like I said, it is full. Now Burlington does not accept any more iron. Our steel factories are full. We don't need any more iron right now. What you can do, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in the game, at some point you can influence demand. It is a card which, played as an action, allows you to influence demand. That means exchange these city markers, city tokens, and if you exchange, for example, Burlington with Watertown, from now on Watertown will want, because probably they built a steel factory or something. So you can also do this. So the game gives you options. You just have to know how to use it smartly. I will not. Most likely, I haven't played the smartest game here. I'm just trying to show you how the thought process works and how the game feels. Oh, now I'm looking. So he went to Burlington. Cost him 1. Then he delivered. Now he take this, put it here. He takes this, put it here. He will take 1 delivery cube and 1 steel cube and put it here. This is cool. Yeah, he will not use this right now. He will draw. Oh, this is the one. The Watertown. influence the month, either ports, cities, yeah, the tokens between cities or between ports. In ports, if you look in Albany, Portland, or Montreal, Griffintown, or Hamilton, which is in here, you can only deliver steel. They only want steel. And ports like in Hamilton. So he has 4 in his hand. He has to shuffle again. Whew. And it's his turn again. Like you see, he's further behind. So he will go to port right now. So he takes Burlington. He puts this card pile. These are the cards in his hand. It's harder to do this with one hand, but I don't have an overhead tripod. It's and frankly I like this way of. I know some people think that the camera moves a lot, so it is harder. It is somehow, I don't know, shaky, but I feel that it is a little bit more into how you feel when you play the game. With cards closer, with everything a little bit closer. Otherwise, you'd have to do a lot of editing. And for a 1 hour movie with 3 cameras or 4 cameras, the way I think it, to really show what you can do with one camera handheld, it's really hard to edit like that. I'll tell you, it will take you a few days, 1 or 2 days, 2 days to say, to edit really good. He'll go to port. He goes to, let's see, what does he want? I'm looking. He will go somewhere where he can load, and I think he will load. He will go to reach. Afterwards, he wants to load. He wants to load. He wants to use this card, so he wants to load coal cubes. So he will want to go to Albany. So he goes 1 to Albany port. He will deliver the steel. When you deliver steel, you immediately get 3 points. So he gets 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Then I am looking now. Now he will evidently discard this one because he cannot load it. Then he will put Richmond. Then he will put the Richmond. He's gonna use this as a rail car, like multi-use cards. One thing to like. He cost 1 to go here. 1 for this one. So he will 2. He will be able to load from here 2 coal cubes because he used his high capacity rail car. And now he has 2 more. And I can show you, it's still his turn. He will draw 1, 2, and 3. And I'm looking somewhere. So he wants to deliver this. He can do it. He will upgrade his locomotive. I'll show you how to upgrade your locomotive. So he will go to, this one is going to put it here. Not Watertown, sorry. Going to use the Grand Trunk Junction. He's going to go somewhere close to Watertown, I think he's going to go. 1, 2. It's 1, 2, 3. Oh, one thing which I forgot. Sorry. Each time you hit this mark, this one should have been, I have forgotten. Also, when you hit this one should have been opened. When we hit this one should have been opened, and we hit this one should have been opened. So now we know that in Quebec, Peterborough, New London, Peterborough in these days 23 and 24, in New London 21 and 22, in Peterborough in 18 we can make some special deliveries. I forgot, but I will mark it, and but I don't think it's game breaking, or I don't know. I think you understand how the game plays, even with this mistake I made. So he went to Watertown. He delivers these 2 cubes. Now, what he's going to do, he's going to use this. He can do 2 things. He can do this one or this one. He'll take one more time. Now he made some turns right now. He made some big turns, and he did some things. You can either upgrade your engine like this, and every time you move, you spend one less day, or he can upgrade his rail car, and I think he will do this. Because he delivered 1 steel cube, he can upgrade, like it says, +1, you can upgrade it. So you have delivered 1 cube, you can upgrade, you can take 1 more rail car. So now he's able to take 2 rail cars here. So he is in, look what he's going to do. So he is in Watertown. So he will load this one also. So he can take 2 rail cars. So he will load 1 and 1. And this upgrade already gives you more options. The possibility to use these rail cars here and not to keep them in your hand until the moment you're going to use it. And now he can move around and deliver just this, just one. You don't need to deliver everything. You can choose. This is a thing which is very helpful to do in the beginning of the game, to upgrade your rail car, because it will give you more options, and you won't wait from your deck to some cards, because getting rid of these, this is the part of getting, this is the fun part of getting rid of your cards. You don't get rid of them, you use them wisely. You get rid of them by using them wisely. I don't know how should I put it in English better than this. This is a smart way to do it. So these are in his hands yet. So now he can carry more, he can deliver more, he can have more options from now on. But now it is my turn, finally. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wanted to go to Burlington. Why? Do I have the Grand Trunk Junction? No. Yeah, I'll go to Burlington. I'm going to put this one here. So to Burlington 1. I'm going to load. Do I want to load the steel, or I want to load? Oh yeah, I think I'm going to load the steel right now, because I want to upgrade that also. I want to do that too. So I will take this from here. I'm going to put it here, and for one time, it cost me 1 time to do this. And now I will probably take this and put it here. I'm parking this one. This game is fun. I don't know if you feel like I do, but this game is fun. This, then I'm going to, I have a port, yeah. So I'm going to load this steel, which, okay, I came here, I loaded this. Now I draw up to my 6. So this is Niagara for me, is the influence demand. And now it is still my turn, because I'm back here. I'm looking I think I want somehow, now I want to go and deliver that, and then I want to do something with that. Can I time it? I don't think I can do it. I want to go to port, and I want to go to Porto Albany. I don't want to go that fast. But this one gives me this. I really want to use this action later. This is as an action help me go with 1 day less. But whatever, you need to go 2 or more. You always need to spend at least 1 day to go somewhere. You always need to spend at least 1 day. So I'm thinking. What should I do? I think I wanna be smart, but I don't know if I'm being able to do that. So I think I'll go to port. I'll go to port because it is still it's my turn. So I'll go to Albany because it's faster. I'll come here. I'm going to deliver this one here. I'm going to deliver. Then I'm going to use this one, which takes me 1 more day. I'm going to yeah. Oh, yes. Do I want to go there? Do I want to upgrade my engine afterwards? I'm thinking. If I go to, I'm thinking maybe I should go to Montreal. Why? Because I have no blue cubes here, and if I deliver blue cubes, then I'll go for coal. So I think I'll not go to Albany. I'll go from Burlington. I'll go to Montreal, which is the same thing. I deliver that. It's still 1 to go from Burlington to Montreal. It would have been smarter this way. Now, I delivered that there. I want to keep this one. I played this one. One more, so I will upgrade this. So I have a level 2 also. Then I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna first I will take this one. Then I'm gonna use the parked rail car. Now I'm gonna put this one parked here. And for 1 more day. I did this for 1 more day. You need to spend 1 day in order to add it to your and I'm gonna use this one, and you see how fast I went through my deck. I'm gonna put 2. 1, 2. No, 2. Why? Because I want to deliver these somewhere where they ask for these. I think here in Richmond, or maybe I'll influence the demand somewhere. And because practically all I want to do next is spend deliver some coal cubes, so I can, if I have 3 sets from now, I will have only 1 set, which will give me 3 points, but I have 3 sets is 9 points, so it's a lot of points at the end of the game. That also gives me the possibility to go wild wild to get some more steel and really upgrade this to 3 to have more options. And I did my turn 3. I draw to 3, and then I shuffle. Man, I love this game. This is a very cool game. Smart. I think it's a smart game. Oh, I have this one again. This is good. I think that is my turn. I've forgotten to do this for him also. Opa. So 1, 2. I think he will develop Utica. The first thing which he's going to do, he's going to develop Utica for 1 day. That, oh, he also developed a thing which I forgot. He also developed Niagara, so he will get 2 more points. He has 2 more points. 2 more points. I delivered 1. I have 3 points too. 1, 2, 3 points because I delivered this. So I have. When you, I'm sorry, these little mistakes I make because, well, it's hard to keep up with both players. But I'll mark these small issues, small errors. So he spent 1 day, he will get 2 more points for a development, so I don't forget. And I think he wants to develop Utica. He will take Utica, which he will put, because Utica gives him a lot of options of upgrading, of getting developments and so on. It's all on 1 card, so he will put it here. Then he will, he has the Grand, no, he doesn't have the Grand Track. Doesn't matter. He will do it anyways. So he'll put it here. Perfect. And now he will have to go to, he will have to go to, you have to move. That is important, to move. He will go to Burlington. He'll go to Burlington. In Burlington, go to Burlington. Then he will deliver this one. Oh, he delivers it here. He needs to deliver some more wood somewhere, and I think he's going to do that. And he will take some coal. Does he need coal? He would have loved some more wood. He would have loved some more wood. No, he will take some. Yeah. He will take some more coal, I think. Yeah. He needs to deliver more wood at this point. So he will draw. He went 1, sorry. 1 because he went to Burlington, from Watertown to Burlington. So it is my turn again. He draws. He finished up his turn. So he will get Utica and give him. Oh, so I don't know where to go from here. There are many options. I think I've shown you the most actions. It is now I was thinking to go somewhere, but I need to be very close. For example, to go 1. I think. Oh, also I take Utica. Let's not forget. I take Utica and put it in my discards. Put it here. So I am thinking. Let me see. I want to go somewhere really close. Peterborough. Where is Peterborough? Oh, Peterborough is in here. So I cannot time this. But I can think to go here to time New London. New London is in here. New London wants wood anyways. So, I don't care. If it wants wood, he will want special delivery. So I'm thinking, what can I do this turn so I can get myself some wood? I have this one. I have the. I don't have. I have 2. I have 2. So I can load. I have this one here. It's helpful. This one. So I need to go somewhere to get rid of this and load wood. So I need to go here in enrichment, which I can go there. But I don't want to use the Grand Trunk jet. Where else can I go? Burlington. Or maybe, no, I cannot go to port. Maybe I can influence some demand. There are some things. What I think of a way to get rid of this, then put two cards, discard the card, put these here, load them with 2 wood, then upgrade, build a station here in New London, build a terminal here in New London, and then time it to go everything in time to come here and do the special delivery, which will get me closer to this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 cubes out of 10, which with these two delivered gets me 7. With 2 more wood gets me 9. So it gets me really close. If gets me 2, now I have to go really to upgrade my engine. So I need 2 more coal cubes, and I need 2 more to get this 7 points. So there is a lot to think about in this game. I like it. What can I say? But I will. I hope you saw how the game feels and how the game works. Let's talk a little bit more at the final thoughts. Hello, Ramon. Choo choo.